Well, every day we bring you WTOL 11 News at 4. There are a lot of people you don't see here on TV that make it happen every day, including the technical director.
But what does the director do during the show? I got to see for myself in this week's Try This. Take a look. Normally during a newscast, I'm here in the studio, but the real important work happens down this hallway and into the control room. I'm going to see if I can get a newscast on the air. I'm going to try this. Newscast director. There's a lot of buttons, bro.
We'll go over them. Right now, we're mostly worried about right here.
Right there. Okay.
This is what's everything you're gonna see on TV is gonna come through right here.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, and sound C1. Ready, heads.
Cool.
And here we go. Mic or music.
WTOL 11 News at noon.
Read it. So right now we are using ME1. This is the program bus. That is everything that'll pop up on air.
Okay.
This is preview, so I can put whatever I want back here. But we're going to go to Mel next on camera 2.
She's gonna be next.
Yep.
Okay.
So we're going to take her, and then this is the bug in the bottom right corner of your screen.
So the time and temperature.
Time and temperature and
where it says
logo.
WTOL.
Yep. This is the opens, so the transition pieces.
The thing that says weather.
Yep,
or
exactly.
Crime alert. Or okay.
And then CG1, that's your lowers. So all the fonts that read whatever is up for each story.
Like the name bars that go under the person.
Yep.
Okay.
Sound C1, like Mel. Shift to camera 2. So my job is to constantly communicate with every member of the crew.
So when you say read it, that's the CG. The
Right.
fonts.
I am reading. When I say read it, I'm talking to the Chiron operator or the low. He's reading the lower thirds.
Okay.
I'm also trying to give audio cues to the audio operator, whoever that is that day. Kaylee, read it. C1 down. We're going to break next.
20 seconds.
Yep.
Okay.
See, you're catching on already. You know where to look.
I know where to look.
So green button, then white button.
Green button, then the white button.
10
Okay.
seconds.
Oh boy. 5, 4,
4,
3, 2,
2,
1.
and sound C1.
Yay!
We made TV.
I didn't mess up. Okay, you can do the rest now.
Okay. 10 seconds. Sneaks to music. C1 down.
Okay, good thing that the newscast is almost over. Go treat yourself to an ice cream sandwich.
6,
Hey, make it
5,
a great weekend.
4,
And we will see you back here today.
2, 1.
We're clear.
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 First newscast in the books. I pressed 2 buttons. So that was Chris Dyer. He is one of our morning directors. He does some of the Fox newscasts in the morning. He does the noon show, obviously, as well, and some of the weekend morning newscasts.
They all
So
do
big
such a
thanks to
great
Chris.
job.
I've worked with him basically we started around the same time. So we worked together for a long time. But funny story. My husband was a newscast director. That's where I met him at our last station in South Bend. So I was telling him I was doing this, and I was like, got any tips? And he's like, no, he did not help me at all.
But it's so complicated now.
I know.
I mean, I've been in this business 48 years, and looking back at it, it was very simple when I went to college. Very simple, learning a few things. But it's so complicated now that during COVID, when the whole building was working remote, they had to have someone in studio doing news. We would rotate the schedule. I was alone in studio. They would lock a camera down on me while I was in that position. Don't move. They had an audio person, the TD, the director, who would do it. The producer was at home communicating by phone.
But we got it done. So a shout out. Dave is our director right now. Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
There he is. And Alexis is producing right now. She was with me during that shoot in the booth. So she was boothing so she was talking to Melissa and to Kaylee Bowers, who was doing weather for the noon show and keeping them in the loop about what I was pressing and what I wasn't pressing. And, that was a real newscast. So I didn't do a whole lot. But after the show, Chris did let me have a little bit of fun afterwards when we were no longer technically on the air.
Standing by in the studio.
Standing by. Standing by. Standing by.
Okay.
Okay.
So, roll your open.
Rolling the open.
Oh.
Oh, pressing what now?
We're going to transition into camera 2.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks for joining us here on
And then
WTOL.
You did all of it.
I know.
Okay.
ME1 preset.
Okay.
Yep.
On this Friday are coming
You ready to hit
up.
this?
Let's get
This?
back to that.
Right.
Now.
It is super
And then.
lucky out there.
Okay, wait, and then I'm going to press
When you're ready, we're gonna go hit it.
Shining clouds, things looking nice and dry, but also as
Was she
far
not
as
noticing?
clouds go,
Look at her. She's fast. She's on it.
2, 3.
Oops.
Stocks are actually down.
Which one do I go back to now? This one?
Fantastic.
Weather graphics one.
And now our temperature is also interesting, but you can see radar and satellite whenever it's
She's good.
This is what we're looking at all across
Okay,
the area.
hold on. Let me go back to that one again. This one again.
Also looking down
The stocks again. Ooh, okay, how do I get out?
Let's take her to Missouri.
Take her to Missouri. Taking her to Missouri.
Oh, that's New York.
No, that's New York. Empire State Building.
That is beautiful. In fact, when I lived in New York, this used to be
We're just gonna take her all around the. Oh, yeah, hit HD6 now.
But it still is a super
Now she's in
Missouri.
She doesn't know where she is.
As far as this going goes, we are in Missouri.
Oh, she does know. Good job, Kaylee. Oh, you did. Oh.
All right, what do you want?
Alexis cheated. Okay, how do I have her tossed back to? We're tossing back to Mel. And then what do I
Toss
press?
back to Mel. Mel toss to break.
Not the
Yeah.
case this day. We're just on scattered showers and thunderstorms.
All right.
So
I want to do this.
We can
Can
do
I
that. We
do
can do
that?
that. We'll do
Okay.
that. We'll do that.
Okay.
bright blue skies.
No, this time just hit cut. Not yet. Not yet.
Oh.
Wait for Kaylee to be done.
I was getting her attention.
For today.
All
Now?
right, take Mel.
Fast forward Jeep Fest.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll have more news and weather coming up in
Now,
just a moment.
3,
We'll be right back after
2, do it. Yeah.
I did the little like this thingy.
You T-barred it.
Yay! I did the little fader
All
thingy.
right, Scott and Barker.
Okay, that's as good as it's gonna get, folks. Yeah, I pressed the wrong button when he said to take Melissa, and I thought he said to do it then, and he was like, no, not yet, and I accidentally popped her up on screen when she didn't know she was on screen.
If you do what we do, we have enormous respect for everyone who works behind the cameras and the audio and the TD and the Chiron.
Yep.
They do such a wonderful job in making us look as good as possible anyway. But like, what
They do as best they can with us, right?
I fell in love with this. I was 8 years old and a Cub Scout many years ago, and our troop took a visit, a road trip to a TV station, and I saw all of this. Man, I was smitten. That's all I ever wanted to do was go into a TV station and work. Whether I was a sports guy, a news anchor, reporter, I've done pretty much everything now. But even production was my first job in TV.
And it was that tour. You know, we get a lot of tours that come in through here too, and we usually divide it, and they happen during the noon show a lot, so we'll divide and we'll send one group of kids in the control room first, one in the studio, and then we switch them during the first break, and all of them always say it was way cooler in the control room.
It is.
For sure. So thanks again. You guys do great work. And don't forget, we want to know what you want us to try next, so email your ideas to news@WTOL.com. We're going to reach out, see if we can set something up.